right, so we got us a wine from Argentina. And I wanted to try an Argentinian white wine, you know what I'm saying? Because I've done lots of the Malbec from Argentina. I'm not saying there isn't any good ones, I just haven't found one that I've really been blown away with. So just try different varietals from different countries to see what's up. This is the Torrontes. This is a high altitude grape, so this is the Sur de los Andes. Um, a strange coincidence all through my alcohol YouTube stuff. So I get on Wine Library TV to check out the variety. I typed in the varietal. Of course, Wine Library comes up. Gary Vaynerchuk. That's one reason I'm taking different grapes from different places, right? That's the main suggestion from Gary there. So great suggestion, and he's drinking the same wine on that one. So. But there wasn't a lot of Argentinian white wine there. There was just the Torrontes varietal at the store I went to, and there was only maybe two or three different ones, and I just happened to pick this one. So, if you wanted to know my whole story, this is 2011. It's 2014 now, so this has a little bit of age on it. And sorry, I knew the ABV earlier. I think it was 13 and a half. Yeah, 13.5% alcohol by volume. So, all right. So here's a color. Kind of an apple juice looking. A little bit of yellow there. Greeny yellow, gold. Yeah. This wine has a fabulous nose on it. This has been breathing for like 6 hours probably, so I've been drinking it, sipping it all night here. So typically a lot of the white wines I've had have been quite boring, the Sauvignon Blancs and the Pinot Grigios and stuff. That's what most of us are drinking. I'm thinking Viognier, I've had a few Viogniers and stuff, so some other ones, Moscatos and stuff. So that's why I want to branch out to this. This is that's just why I said Argentina. I want to see what they offer white wine, and never heard of this grape varietal before. So yeah, it's running on the glass there. It's got a good body to it. It's got a fabulous nose. There is a lot of people wouldn't like this wine. I'll tell you right now. It's got a huge sour component to it, and a huge bitterness through the middle, like just dandelion stems, like the milk from dandelion. Maybe like the dandelion, the flowers too. It's quite bitter. It's very smooth at the beginning though. It's very like rubbery. But yeah, the finish is just big time bitterness. It has really gotten better with breathing, and at first I didn't think it was because it didn't seem to make much difference for the first few hours. This is a lot of breathe time. Like 6 hours to me is quite a bit. Normally after 3, whatever type of red wine I'm drinking is totally opened right up. So 3 to 4 hours is usually plenty good for a lot of these other wines. But this is seeing some benefit to it. This may be one you want to chill down. That might help a lot with the bitterness and the sourness. But you open this up and you pour this for someone who's not fairly open-minded about wine. They're probably not going to like it. Just tell you that because that's just I'm pretty sure that the reaction you're going to get is going to be not that good. You're going to want to stick with something safer, like something from New Zealand, let's say. This is definitely, for people that are exploring wine, this is definitely interesting. Being a high altitude grape like that, that might have something to do with the sourness too. I mean, the temperature. I mean, in theory, they should ripen well because they are a high altitude grape, but it almost seems like it's a bit unripened fruit a little bit. with the sourness. That's typically what I think of as like, because we have a really poor climate here in Alberta, Canada, where a lot of things that we grow do not ripen. So a lot of years, you have a lot of unripened fruit that's just you don't eat, you just compost it or whatever. But it is getting a lot better with some breathe time. The finish is really richening up, and I'm getting less and less of the bitter. But I think I will try another brand, a different year of this same varietal to see what's out there. If I can find one that's I think will be much different than this. I was just curious because this wine does have a lot of potential for being a little bit different because it is packing a little more heat. A little more. It's not so bland, and I am enjoying it enough. Now, like I said, as it has breathed, but right out of the bottle, it's not. It wouldn't score very high points with me right out of the bottle. And even now, that the bitterness is a little bit awkward. It was only $11. Like I said, it's 2014 now, and this is 2011. So that's typically I'm pretty comfortable when I find a bottle of 11 right now. So yeah, I am enjoying it a lot more now. A little bit of getting accustomed to. Like I say, you may want to chill it down a little bit. I didn't, but just beating a dead horse. A lot of dandelion. I just want tons of dandelion, really. Dandelion, yellow flowers, big time in the finish. Kind of smooth, a little bit of rubbery. A little bit numbing. A lot of green apple and Granny Smith. A little bit, kind of that little bit at the front. The front of the Granny Smith, you're not getting the whole Granny Smith flavor by any means, but a little bit of crab apple as well. I don't think I quite go into anything like rhubarb. It is sour, don't get me wrong, but I'm not pulling out anything like that. But definitely crab apples, Granny Smith. I want to say lemon, but I think it's mostly, for me, big time dandelion flowers. And it's not something else in the bitterness. I can't quite pull out this flavor association. Sorry. Well, plenty of breathe time, or if you chill this down a little bit, I'd like to say like a 70 to 75, but I think the finish is kind of really growing on me now, as it is with the breathe time. I think it would move up to pretty close to an 80. I think really that might, for me, it's still a little bit high. I'm still a little bit awkward with this wine. So I'll say between a 70 and an 80. That's probably where most people would put this, and I'm glad I bought it. I'm definitely interested in keep searching out these new wines. It's a cool thing. So supposedly this is going to become big, but I don't know. I only saw a couple bottles there. I'll keep checking different stores and keep you updated. If I find a new one that I try, it'll be posted. Beerzerker, and I'm out!